Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we have studied about motional EMF, in which we have discussed the case when B, V and L were taken perpendicular. But today we will discuss motional EMF when B, V and L are not mutually perpendicular. So, with the same example, this is the magnetic field. This is a conductor of length L. Now velocity is this side, but here velocity is making angle alpha with the length of the rod, and length of the rod making angle theta with the magnetic field. But due to the magnetic field, there will be a change in flux because of this one, because of velocity. So magnetic flux will give rise to again magnetic force. This magnetic force Fm and Fe, as we discussed earlier, the same case, Fe is equal to E into E, but Fm will be EV cross B. Force due to magnetism is EV cross B. Here E is electron, so that is why we are taken minus sign. E is equal to minus V cross B. In earlier case, we have taken E is equal to VB because angle between V and B was 90 degrees. But here angle between V and B is not 90 degrees, so we are writing E is equal to V cross B as it is. Now E, electric field, it is related with potential difference by this one. dV is equal to minus E dot dl. Potential gradient is negative of electric field. So put the value of electric field here, minus and minus will cancel. We will get V cross B dot dl. Now integrate it to get potential difference across this rod. dV, this is potential difference across the rod, is equal to V cross B into dl. This V cross B will be taken outside from the integration because V is constant, B is also constant. Then we will take integration of length dl, that will be equal to L. So we got potential difference is equal to V cross B dot L. So we will remember that when V, B and L are not mutually perpendicular, then potential difference will be V cross B dot L. And when they are mutually perpendicular, then we will get VBL. So let us do some numericals based on motional EMF. Now first find motional EMF. In all the cases we have to find motional EMF. Number 1, first question. This is magnetic field and this is rod and this is velocity. Here is velocity. Now in this velocity and magnetic field, they are perpendicular to each other. Velocity and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. So from velocity to magnetic field, V cross B will be perpendicular to V as well as B. So this will be along this side, V cross B. And this is length. So V cross B and length of the conductor is on the same side. So delta V is equal to V cross B delta L. V cross B is equal to VB sin 90 because V and B are perpendicular to each other. V cross B and L, they are along the same side. So cos 0. So answer will be EVBL. So it means we can write that V is here, V is perpendicular to B and V cross B is parallel to L. This is the first case. second case, when velocity is parallel to magnetic field. Velocity is parallel to magnetic field, and length, when velocity is parallel to magnetic field, then V cross B is equal to 0, because angle between V and B is 0, and sine 0 is again 0. So that is, induced EMF is. Third case, here again magnetic field is on this side, and then this V is on this side. Now in this case, V and B are perpendicular, but velocity and length are parallel. So V cross B, because velocity and length are parallel, so V cross B will be VB, and angle between V cross B will be downward. So VBL cos 90. V is parallel to L, as V is parallel to L. Again, induced EMF is 0. So whenever any of two out of three, any of two are parallel, then we get induced EMF 0. As in this case, V is parallel to B, V is parallel to L. Now if L is parallel to B, conductor is like this, then also same case, this is 0, because L is parallel to B. When L is parallel to B means angle, because V cross B is perpendicular to B. So V cross B is perpendicular to B means we are getting angle between this and this is 90 degree. So if any of two vectors are parallel or anti-parallel, then induced EMF is 0. Now practice questions. First question. This is magnetic field, this is rod, and this is velocity vector. This is length vector. We have to find the induced EMF in this rod. Now this rod is parallel. It means what will happen there? Velocity and magnetic field have angle 90 degree. So V cross B is VB, and the angle L is also perpendicular. So this is the simplest case, EVBL. Now what will be the direction of positive side? Direction of positive side will be given by V cross B. This is V and this is B. This is V and B. So it means positive side is this side. Positive side is this side. So this is positive side. Second case, this is magnetic field. This is the rod and this is velocity vector. Now this vector is making angle 37 degree with the rod. We have taken 37 degree because it will be easy to solve. You will get to know after solving this. This angle is 37 degree. When this angle is 37 degree, it means we can write V cross B. V is perpendicular. V is perpendicular to B. So V cross B will be VB, and the angle between V cross B and L is V cross B and L is 53 degree. This is V cross B and this is L, because L can be taken any side, either this side, either this side. L can be taken any side as convenient to us, but it should be with the dot product of vector V cross B. So if V is this, B is this, V cross will be this. V cross B will be this, because this is V, this is B. So V cross B will be like this. This is V and this is B. So V cross B will be like this from screw rule. So V cross B is sin 90. This is cos 53. Now cos 53 we can find this by this triangle. If it is value is not given, it is very simple to find. This is 3, 4, 5. So cos will be 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 BVL. So which side will be positive we want to find? Again V cross B is here, so positive side will be here. Now this question, next example. Here road was parallel, here road was making angle 37 degree. Now in this case, this is angle between V and rod, it is 30 degree, it is in this side. Now field is also outside, field is like this, and this is velocity vector. So V cross B will be this one, because this is V and this is B. So it is V cross B like this. So this is V cross B. So in this case again same method. Induced EMF is equal to V cross B dot L. V cross B means V sin 90. VB sin 90 means this angle will be equal to 60 degree. This angle will be 60 degree, 30, and this is 90 because V cross B is perpendicular to V. 90 plus 30, 120, and this is 60. So this is cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So we get this one, BVL by 2. Now we have to find potential difference between P and Q. So induced EMF is BVL by 2. Now we have to find whether this side is positive or this side is positive. So direction of V cross B is this side. Where V cross B is, where there is positive. So this side is positive and this side is negative. So VP minus VQ will be minus BVL by 2 and VQ minus VP will be BVL by 2. So make it a note that direction of positive will be direction of V cross B. If V cross B is this side, it means positive will be this side. If V cross B is downside, then positive will be of downside. Next problem. Find motional EMF and current in the rod and the force required to keep the rod moving with constant velocity. Find power input and power output. This is very important question. We all know how to find induced EMF. It is simple. Current is quite simple. Motional EMF, EVBL, because in this case everything is perpendicular. Induced current will be divided by resistance because resistance is R and it is capital R. They are in series, so total resistance. So induced current is this one. Now a current carrying conductor. Placed in magnetic field. So it will experience force. For finding the direction. This is the magnetic field and this is the velocity. So force will be outward. So it will experience force. Finding the direction, we use palm rule. Now a current carrying conductor is when placed in magnetic field, it will experience force. For finding direction, we have to use right hand palm rule. So According to right hand palm rule, this is the direction of field and this is the velocity. So this will give the direction of force. To get the velocity constant as required by question, it means we have to apply some external force which should balance the force Fm. So Fm should be equal and opposite to F external, and Fm is B cross IL and Fm is B cross IL as we have studied in chapter number 4. So F external is equal to B square L square V naught R plus R, putting the value of I here. So this is F external. So it means to move this conductor with constant velocity, we have to give some external force which should balance this one force. Because a current carrying conductor, when placed in magnetic field, it will experience force. If you remember the article in chapter number 4 in which two parallel currents we have seen, so current carrying conductor always get attracted in a magnetic field. So power input and power output. Power input is dW by dt. Power is rate of doing work. D by dt of work done. Work means force into distance. Force is this one and distance is dx. So we can write force dx upon dt is velocity. So we will get external force is equal to B L square V naught N square R plus R. And power output. Power output means it is current into voltage, or we can write I square R from second chapter. Output power is equal to I square R. So we have taken two concepts. One is from mechanics, another is from current electricity. So P naught is equal to I square R means put the value of I, we will get this one. So output power is equal to input power.